What is good, y'all? Mikey T, the movie star here. I'm joined with my boy Darren Bars.
What's up? It's your guy D to the A to the R to the N. Bars.
So I'm on my way up here to New Haven. I'm on my way up to Elm City to check my guy Darren. And, I had to put the soundtrack for the road on. And I don't know why, bro. I don't know why, Bars, but I put on Tony Yayo, So Seductive, from the Thoughts of a Predicate Felon album, man. I don't know why I was feeling to listen to that record, but I threw that joint on.
Probably some vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? Back to when me and you first met, when me and you was first hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Pulling up to the Elm City, G-Unit. Y'all know what it is.
So it definitely got me to thinking about the G-Unit era and the fact that that was really one of the last artists to get a first solo album on G-Unit. Tony Yayo's Thoughts of a Predicate Felon album, it kind of flopped, man. And I wanted to ask you, was that the end of G-Unit? Everybody watching, do you guys think when Tony Yayo released Thoughts of a Predicate Felon and it actually underperformed, do you think that was the end of G-Unit? The only artist to release after that was Mobb Deep, who came out and sold 110,000 copies the next year on Blood Money. But what do you think, Darren, man? Was Tony Yayo's flop the end of G-Unit?
That, I would say that's when the decline started. You know what I'm saying? It's around the time when that happened. And I mean, me and you have gone back and forth on the order of those singles. I feel like if those singles were put out in a different order, they would have had a whole different success. As far as Mobb Deep, I feel like, that was a good look. They were moving around. They did an album with Little John, trying to find a sound. Then they got with G-Unit. A lot of their hardcore fans didn't really mess with it. Personally, I did. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of that album. Shout out to Mobb Deep. Rest in peace, Prodigy.
Yeah, so Tony Yayo, was he the end of G-Unit? So afterwards, Tony Yayo's album comes out, and you actually said the better way to promote that album would have been to release I Know You Don't Love Me, the G-Unit collective single.
Yes.
Why were you thinking that, man? I mean, that song, it was a little different. That was the first time you ever really heard a rapper calling out other rappers on a specific, industry type of record. This wasn't How to Rob, you know what I mean? This was I Know You Don't Love Me with 50 Cent calling out who? Eminem, Jay-Z. Did he call out Ludacris on that one, or am I mistaken?
Man, I got to go back and re-listen to those records. But I do remember that should have been he did, as a matter of fact, yeah. He called out a lot of different rappers on that. Now I just played it in my song in my head. Yeah,
that shit was dope, but I don't know about releasing a G-Unit collective single as Yayo's first single, man.
The reason why I think he should have, because, everybody else did such a great job first time coming out, you know what I mean? So Seductive with just 50, I feel like for Yayo to catch the attention of everybody, he needed the full power of the G-Unit squad, you know what I'm saying? First time out, bow, just hit him in the head with that. Then follow it up with So Seductive, and then hit him with the girl track, you know what I'm saying? That would have been a similar formula to how 50 came out. You know what I mean? Wankster with the street single, then In the Club, and then what was after that? 21 Questions, right?
Yeah, 21 Questions. He had he had In the Club, and then he had Many Men released as a street video.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then he had the third single, 21 Questions. And was that it for Get Rich or Die Trying, pretty much?
The whole album could have played as a whole. Every song could have been a single, no doubt. But yeah, I think that was pretty much the end of that. When that died out, instead of going with Valentine's Day Massacre or The Massacre, he went with the G-Unit album to put his team on.
Yep. And then he followed it up with The Massacre. He did the Disco Inferno, the street single that played on BET Uncuts.